Okay, we're back here with part two of our Repetend talk here. We talked about the salary cap equaling 6,000 Honda Civics. Again, the key here is that this was created by the student. The student didn't just try to go look up a list of stats and then just put the stats on there. What she did was she synthesized her new um, sort of genre here within her repetends of these comparisons between the actual numbers that are spent and then everyday items that the reader will certainly identify with. So we go on through to amount of money Ben Roethlisberger made last year equals 232 average American salaries. Repetend 3, this one's pretty good too. Amount of money Tim Tebow earned in endorsements in 2011 equals 4,000 iPads, which aren't cheap. Just again showing how out of skew those salaries are to everyday life, and that's what our argument is. And so all this works as, like I've been saying before, it's glue. It glues together this argument. By the end, we come down to repetend number 6 on this one, where she leaves the idea of an actual number equaling something else, but repeats, so to speak, the same sort of format. The money they're paid equals needless amount. The wording's not perfect right there, but it helps bring that argument that she's making about NFL salaries to conclusion. So basically, again, what's happened here is these repetends serve as an extra genre almost that goes throughout the whole thing and really ties things together nicely. So to reiterate, repeat, to finish up, to sort of close down our discussion here of repetends, basically the tips for the repetend is make it, don't just find it. Think of it as something you're creating, not just finding. That's good advice for all of your genres. Be visual. There's a visual element to all good repetends. Now, it doesn't have to be super fancy or super technological. It just needs to look like whatever the format that you've chosen is, and it needs to be interesting and eye-catching, and it needs to be something that has your reader should look at it and say, oh, okay, this is another repetend because this reminds me enough of the last repetend, so they're not confused. Am I on a repetend or am I on genre 2 or whatever that might be? It does need to work together to some larger purpose. It needs to give transition. It needs to help bring an argument all the way around. It needs to, tie up loose ends or to introduce a topic for each genre or cover the various parts of your argument or your information. It just needs to have its purpose. It can't just be random little things that you just put on there because it kind of sounds cool. And the last real tip is, be creative. It can really be the way to take your project from being good to great if you find that great repetend to tie all your ideas together. As always, remember to cite any information that you find. Cite it on your Works Cited page. Make a section for the repetends within your Works Cited, and also make use of Creative Commons, your own photography, copyright free, all the things that you actually have permission to use. So ask your media specialist if you need a little bit of help with what that looks like. So hopefully this has shed a bit of light on the idea of the repetend for all of you. Ask your teachers for more direction, bounce your ideas off of one another in class, look at other samples that you're given access to, and have fun out there in MGRP land.